going to the beginning, what was it about racing that really first turned you on?
My dad used to race.
Yeah.
So, I went to the go-kart track since I was very young, and it was just my passion.
Yeah. Kind of describe your ladder system going up into Formula One. How you got started and what really drove you to get up into the biggest series in the world.
I always raced as a hobby, go-karts. You as a kid, you never understand the big picture. Especially I grew up in Colombia, so you don't see it, you don't understand it. I raced a year here in the States, and then I moved to Europe and raced in Europe.
Yeah. How different is racing in Europe compared to racing in the States?
It was really tough. My first year there, especially the first 6 months, I remember I went to Vauxhall Lotus was called. It was tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really, really tough. The level was incredible, but you knew you had to deliver. So I worked really hard through the year, and it got to a point where we were getting the job done that it was nice.
Yeah. Where do your Formula One victories rank on maybe your trophy case? How big do you hold those memories?
Some of them are really big, some are not important at all. It's what it is. There's some wins that are really special that really captivate you. Some other ones, it just happened.
Right. And looking back at how you used to race, the aggression, and you still have that, but do you believe you become a smarter race car driver over the years?
Yeah, of course you become smarter. You end up assessing the situations better, and that's it. You just take it as it comes. You got to be careful. Being too smart is not good for a race car driver.
Yeah.
Because you need that push the limits and the envelope. So if you start getting comfortable, then you start getting yourself in a bad situation.
Yeah. And traveling all over the globe for those many years, what's it like seeing all those kind of people, all those kind of tracks? How much do you value that experience that you got?
No, I mean it's okay. I mean I don't think about it too much. I think when the day I stop racing and I look back at it, I'm gonna have great memories of everything I achieved and I've done. But nowadays I don't even think about it. It's funny. I was talking to my guys earlier today about Mid Ohio, for example, and for me, Mid Ohio was like 3 months ago, and it was our last race. It was 2 weeks ago.
Right. Can you describe, going up the Eau Rouge corner at Spa? I spoke to Takuma Sato a while ago, and how it felt, especially, in the early 2000s, going up there.
Yeah, before the repave, it was a lot of fun. It was really bumpy. You used to bottom out really hard, and you made the car really, really skid around a lot, and it just made it fun.
Yeah.
But after the repave, it just became like not even a corner.
Do you still follow Formula One today? Do you still keep in touch with Kimi Räikkönen and some guys?
No, I really don't. No, I've watched some races and that's it. I did a little TV for America last year and that was it.
Yeah. And then moving to NASCAR, if you can pick out just one thing that really surprised you the most on what was different from F1.
The cars, how much the cars move. I never thought that. I knew they were going to be different, but I never really expected them to be that different.
Yeah.
But it was okay.
What was your favorite moment?
I think the beginning, the first 3 years were really good. And then when we started making all the changes, made it really tough because, the cars were not as competitive. So it made it frustrating when you went to places that you knew you could run well and you didn't. So, but it was okay. It was part of racing. It was part of what it was.
Yeah. And just break down how different teammate roles are. From F1, it seems like there's a lot of pressure to beat your teammate, and then in NASCAR now here in IndyCar, it seems like there's more of a teammate relationship. Is it different or is it similar?
It's different. I think you work a lot on working together and making things better as a team. Where in F1 was more about it, you can still see it, it's about beating your teammate. Here, everybody has the same car, so it's more important to make sure your team is ahead of everybody else's. Where the car is more of how well developed it is, and where you rank is if you can be your teammate or not.
What do you think you're at in your career right now? Being here in IndyCar, you know, you're fast, you're winning. You know, what do you think?
No, it's good. You know, I mean, this year has been frustrating because, as I said before, the speed is there. It's just things just doesn't, you know, cannot get a break. You know, like today we just made a mistake there on cold tires on the qualifying trim, trying to say, you know, I mean, we're trying to prevent things from getting out of hand but we just haven't made good calls about it. You know what I mean? It's we just haven't executed well, and it seems like every week we just keep putting more dirt on top of us to make it even harder. But you know, it's amazing these guys just keep pushing and pulling together. It makes it fun.
Yeah. We're turning into Pocono August, what happened last year. I know. Have you paid attention to what F1 has done with the Halo device and the aero screen, and what are your thoughts on that?
I think it's very early days. I think they haven't, you know, not even in F1 they're sure what they need to do, how they need to run it. You know, I think what happened to Justin was very tragic. It was a big loss for everybody. But if you really look at the bigger picture, it was a bit of a freak accident. You know, the guy leading crashes and he's running 20 and then he gets hit. It's tough. You know, it can happen, and I think in the future you will see, you know, something done about it. You just gotta make sure we don't create another problem by doing so. You know, that's where IndyCar is really good at.
Right. Yeah, definitely appreciate your time.
Yeah,
Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.